Hi, in this video series we'll install Kali Linux Lite on an older laptop, as I already have installed Kali on my main laptop. The process is the same on newer machines, and I'll show you the few differences when they apply. Basically, in the motherboard firmware settings, there are some changes that we have to make, where we have the BIOS for older systems and the UEFI for the newer ones. I'll pronounce it UEFI throughout the videos. Nobody knows how to pronounce it. On a newer laptop, you will install the complete Kali version. In this case, we'll install Kali Lite, which comes with the XFCE desktop environment and basically almost no Kali tools installed. This way, it's faster and it's easier to install just what you need from the repositories. Go to kali.org and download the torrent. Choose the 64-bit version. Choose the Kali Linux 64-bit download if you want to have the standard Kali tools installed automatically by the end of the operating system installation. I've already downloaded it. While it's downloading, let's download the software needed to boot Kali from a pendrive. You can go with Rufus. I'll go with Lily USB Creator. It's really the same. I've already downloaded this too, so I will abort the download. Now let's verify the Kali ISO file integrity. Okay, we're good. Now let's insert a USB pen drive. 2 GB should be more than enough. Let's start up Lily and burn the ISO file to the pen drive. Choose the drive, click on the lightning to start the process, wait for it to finish.
After having heard certain sounds, and this is the more the case when we hear organized sounds, organized by another human being. Music.
I either have an old version or they haven't updated it. It worked with the Kali, with the full Kali installation. Probably the Lite version isn't supported yet. Let's use Rufus instead with the DD option, as doing it without it, Kali will complain about the CD-ROM not being present in the system at the installation time. I'll download the non-free firmware drivers from the Debian website. They're useful in case Linux doesn't recognize your network card or other drivers. You will have to move its contents to the firmware directory in the USB pen drive. If you create a bootable pen drive with Lily, you'll be able to do so. Or you could put the firmware drivers in another USB pen drive and mount it at installation time. If you don't need or if you don't want to do it, even if you need to download the drivers, for example, if the installation fails, you can just plug your laptop or computer to the internet with an Ethernet cable. Good, now let's take a look at the BIOS or UEFI motherboard firmware settings needed to boot the system in live mode. To access my motherboard firmware, I have to press delete once the system boots. The assigned key varies according to your model and brand. It's usually delete, F2 or another one of the function keys. On my i7 Asus laptop, I will need to disable the fast boot option, the launch CSM one, and I will need to give the highest boot priority to the USB pen drive. Select the UEFI pendrive, then bring it higher.
No longer the same. After having heard certain sounds, and this is the more the case when we hear organized sounds.
Okay. Lastly, disable secure boot.
Music.
Everything is already set as it should, as I already have a dual boot set up. Save changes and exit. As you can see, Kali starts from the pendrive. Live mode allows us to boot and use Kali from the pendrive. All changes will be discarded when rebooting. Forensics mode disables disk auto-mounting features to avoid altering the data on the system in any way. It's used in computer forensics. There's also USB persistence. This will come at a later time in another video. We could now install the system directly, but we need to partition the disk in such a way that we can have our Linux system separated from our Windows one. We'll partition the disk on my older Acer laptop in the next video. Now let's see what BIOS settings we'll have to change on the older laptop. Insert the pendrive and boot the system. Well, nothing. The pendrive was given automatically the highest boot priority. Let's reboot.
Whenever we hear sounds, we are changed. We are no longer the same. After having heard certain sounds, and this is the more the case when we hear organized sounds, organized by another human being. Music.
Yeah, live mode works. Okay, in the next video we'll partition disks in Windows 7 to install Kali Lite. There.